Hey guys, my name is Julia and I'm one of your teen services librarians over at the main library on Goodwood. We're about halfway through the summer and you're probably bored out of your mind. So let's build a device that will prank people, because why not? Supplies that accompany this video are available at the main library in a limited capacity. To make our prank machine, you are going to need an Altoids tin, a 3-volt coin battery, some cardboard, one piezo buzzer, duct tape, electrical tape, and scissors. To get started, make sure that your wires on the edge of your piezo buzzer are all twisted together and not fraying everywhere. After that, we want to go ahead and put this in our tin. So we're going to just double up some duct tape and tape it up in the corner here. So it makes sure that your box will still close. I'm going to move mine out. After that, you are going to add our cardboard. So you want to cut 2 pieces that are not any taller than your tin is, or this won't shut. So you're going to want one of your cardboard pieces to go kind of down the center here. And the one that you want to do that, you want to very carefully use your scissors to poke a hole through it. Then you want to go ahead and use some tape to secure this inside of your tin at about the halfway point. You want to make sure you can pass your red wire through that hole. Use a little bit of tape to secure the wire in so it doesn't slide back out when you're moving it around. And kind of bend it so it's out of our way for right now. Okay, next you're going to need your electrical tape and you're going to attach the battery. And this is the part that wants to mess up your whole life. This is the part that always wants to come apart in this box. So be careful and really make sure we're going to get this on there. And then the black wire we want to tape to the negative side of the battery, so the bumpy side of the battery. And you want to really make sure it's taped on there. And then I would even wrap it around a little bit to keep things from pulling in one of our next steps. So you don't want to cover the whole thing in electrical tape or this won't work. All right, once you've got it here, test to make sure that it actually works. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go ahead and add some more tape to this just because we really don't want this part to mess up. And add a little bit of tape to the back. Set this aside, and then we're going to tape another piece down, our card piece down, and we want to angle it about 45 degrees coming in. So we're going to use duct tape for that. Okay, next we are going to double up another piece of duct tape and tape that battery on right here. Okay, so test again, make sure it's still working. Cool, bend that wire out of the way. And then I'm going to recommend that we use more electrical tape to tape it here on the top, going over and then around the side so that it will really hold and not pull apart as we open and close this. So at this point, you should have something that looks a little bit like this, and you should be able to close your tin if need be. This next part, I'm not gonna lie to you, is a little bit frustrating. You need to play with your wires and practice bending them. It's gonna end up kind of looking like how a left-handed person makes a check mark, but you're gonna have to kind of play with it and figure out how you can get them to hold. Yep, see, that's not gonna work. All right, cool. I think we've got this working, so let's go test it out in the wild. Okay, so now it's time for the science. You've heard about electricity, but what about piezoelectricity? There's some substances out there like crystals and bones and certain types of ceramics that when you pass an electrical current through them, they're going to store a little bit of that charge. And the ability to do that is called piezoelectricity. When they're storing that, electricity is going to generate heat, and heat will cause things to expand. And this is exactly how our piezo buzzers work. Inside of every one of them, there's a crystal that responds to piezoelectricity. And when it has a current applied to it, it's going to expand from the heat and hit a diaphragm. When it hits that diaphragm, it's going to create a pressure wave that we hear as the beeping sound. So what do you think is going to happen if we apply higher voltages to our buzzers? Let's find out. All right, so our buzzer is rated for up to 24 volts. So we're not going higher than that, but we're going to definitely see what happens at 24 volts. Let's check this out. If you have any questions or comments about today's activity, holler at us. Our phone number is 231-3770, or you can leave a comment on this video. Better yet, tag us on Instagram and show us how your prank turned out. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I cannot wait to see you next time.